Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have new reporting right now on that white powdery substance that was found in a work area inside the White House's West Wing. A source familiar with the investigation tells me that during a preliminary field test completed by the D.C. Fire Department Sunday night, the substance tested positive as cocaine. That source also says that the substance was found in a small dime-sized bag. NBC's Mike Memoli joins me now from outside the White House. Mike, this is kind of a startling situation here, right? The question being, and it could have been a preliminary test, we'll wait to see whether a final test is conclusive, but how and who would have got this into the White House?
Yeah, that's right, Peter. I mean, we certainly didn't have this on our news bingo card on this Independence Day, but it was significant to learn that this one, it was not a hazardous substance, but one that is certainly an illegal substance, and two, the part of the White House in which it was discovered. This was a uniformed officer as part of the U.S. Secret Service's uniformed division who was conducting a routine patrol of the White House on Sunday and discovered this. Now, the fact that it was in the West Wing is important. It narrows down the real estate. It wasn't the executive mansion where we have most of the ceremonial spaces as well as the private residence for the first family. It wasn't the executive office building across the street, which is a much more occupied part of the real estate where most of the executive staff works. We're talking about the West Wing where obviously the Oval Office, the president's senior staff, and their assistants work. So that obviously leads to the question that is being posed into the West Wing right now. How did this material come into the White House? It could have been a White House staffer. It could have been somebody who was being escorted as part of a meeting in the White House, or it might have been somebody, as we often see on the course of weekends, staff often are giving tours to members of their family and to other guests. And so that's just one of the questions now that's going to be posed to the White House. It's also worth noting that the president and other members of the first family were not at the White House. President Biden, the First Lady, as well as his son Hunter and his family departed the White House on Friday and only returned today, this morning, where, of course, the president tonight is going to be hosting a barbecue for military families and others on the South Lawn to celebrate the nation's birthday today, Peter.
Mike, you're there at the White House. Are they saying, or officials there saying anything about this discovery?
No, we're only hearing at this point from the Secret Service, which has outlined the ways in which this was discovered and the investigation steps going forward. You can be sure, as White House officials are joining those on the South Lawn, they're also asking this question because this is certainly an embarrassment to the White House. This is something that, as we know, is an illegal substance that officials here are going to be highly scrutinized. I think the story itself got a lot of attention, especially on social media today, largely from the president's critics. And so there's going to be an effort very quickly to try to get to the bottom of what happened here so they can try to diffuse some of that speculation.
Yeah, no doubt. Mike Memoli there with you. You can hear some protesters, activists, and others in the background there outside the White House as well. Mike, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.